So I have some notes. Yes, we have a demo because I forced Zoltan into doing a demo. Just because we don't have demos. So, and we have Joe Audette. For those who don't know Joe Audette, or the name seems familiar, Joe Audette is famous for developing Mojo Portal. Am I right? I'm sure I'm right.
The what? Sorry?
Mojo Portal. You don't know Mojo Portal?
Not sure.
It's a CMS that runs on .NET, I think, web forms, but it's famous because it works on Mono too. So it's an open source CMS.
Nice. Just
write something, Joe, if I'm wrong. And Joe was also very active on the SaaSkit project, which is a multi-tenancy framework.
What are you doing?
Yeah, multi-tenancy framework that works on the .NET Core. And he was looking at that and also Orchard for multi-tenancy reasons. So we exchanged on the Gitter room about that, how to do multi-tenancy in .NET Core, because we do crazy things in Orchard too, and he had questions. Yep. So I'm right, Joe. You are the one who made Mojo Portal, right? Okay, so status as usual, and note on 1.10.1. Let's start with that. I'm sure I'm not up to date, or maybe I am. I was not. What? Yeah, good thing. 7 days ago, this is when I created the branch, at least the tag, the first release last Tuesday. Yeah, can someone help him on the chat? Then this is merging.
Oh.
This is merging. This is not merging, this is Sipke's branch. No, this is Sipke merging dev into feature deployments to prepare it, I assume, to be merged back into dev for the deployments module. I will mute you, whoever it is. I'm the only one. Okay. This one, element bindings break after adding field to content type. So this is a pull request from Sergio that we pulled on Tuesday, I think. Fix, yes. Sipke validated the fix, which is fixing dynamic forms in case you change the content type after building a dynamic form. It was storing things based on an index, which could change, so now it's using the name. So it's in 1.10.1. After that, the build passed for 1.10.1, and yesterday I updated the binaries on the release on GitHub, but we'll see that later. This from Matthew, it's updating the default thumbnail that you have for a theme when you generate a new one. This one, a feature from a new contributor, we talked about him last week, Aryan, which is fixing the SSL behavior in case your CDN, the resource on the CDN doesn't support SSL. It will serve the resource from the local instance instead of trying to get the CDN one. Otherwise there will be mixed content. This one is on 110x. It's fix specific URLs in SecureSocketsLayer not redirected to HTTPS. Or apparently there was an issue I can't remember what it was, but he fixed it also. Specific URL in CureSocketsLayer not redirected to HTTPS, problem of redirection. Okay. Looks legitimate, so approved. Next, dev branch Revert added Blockquote element, so Zipcore reverted its changes on the Blockquote element. I assume to prepare for the new, more generic way of doing that we talked about during the meeting 2 weeks ago. Change layout editor toolbar icons. This is did you close the issue related to that? Was there an issue related to that? I'm not sure. So
I don't think there was an issue, but it was a request.
Yep.
Popular request.
Popular. We talked about it during a meeting, and two of us had the same issue. Even I think Bertrand, which was that the edit button for the layout elements was more like a setting, and there was a mismatch of the icon for the icons, which was confusing. So apparently you fixed it. Thank you. And let's fix it on dev branch because that's a breaking change. Actually, this is. And this one from Lombic, removing containers ItemController, moving logic to drivers. Interesting. So no more ItemController for the lists to display, which was redoing some of the content item work, and moving it to the driver, which I assume has to take paging into account. Correct. Okay, where is it coming from? No, it's maybe, but at the same time, only Antoine is
no, it was Carlos. It was Carlos.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, ItemController, let me check. Pager. Interesting. Let me think about something. So here, I assume both Benedek and Zoltan are here, so they will comment whoever made the change. Is there a way you think to, in the controllers, we pass the page parameters in the method here, so that it gets model bound, sorry. Is there a way? I assume there is no way to do that in the driver because we don't have access to the updater, right?
Yes. So I also thought about that. We don't have explicit access. What we could do is somehow fish out the controller from the route data, casting.
Well, no, that's okay. I was just wondering if this was why you didn't use model binding. If this was a technical limitation, which is okay. We won't change that now. It's we do that many times. But which makes me think about what we do now in Orchard 2. Because I had the same issue last week for another thing, and actually it's there in Orchard 2. Let me show you. Let me know what you think, because you're into that. If I look at somewhere, coordinator. Right now it's everything in the same class because I'm working on that. Don't worry, not this one. Coordinator. The content display coordinator, but the new content types, services, where is it? Oh, 1 second. I need to show you, because it's related to this issue. Yeah, because I'm on master. 1 second, file, close solution. And if I check out this branch, the content definition shapes. Yeah, I knew it was somewhere open because this is this. No, this is not that. This one, no. Content types. This one. Big class, but I will split it later. So this is, look at that. Tell me, Zoltan, what do you think? You see content type display driver. Okay, something new. It's a display driver, so there is the display edit update. Okay, but for content types, you remember in Orchard 1 we have content editor events, which then returns templates that will be bound directly to views. Now I'm trying to reuse the shape pipeline, so we also have display drivers. And this content type display driver is a display driver for content types only. There is one also for type parts and one for part fields. But you can also implement, if you want, just content definition display driver. Oh no, there must be one generic to which is more global to everything. Whatever, this is not the question here. Here it inherits from this one, which has a display context, editor context, update context. And when you override one, you have many ways to define the build, the display, and the edit. You can define it, let me show you. You can define it by using edit or display with just the model that will be passed, in this case the content type definition. But you also have, and this is where it gets interesting, access to one with the build display context, and in the build display context you have access to the updater. Okay? So now you can even build display with access to model binding and many things, shape factory, but it's optional. So the default one that most users will use is a simple one, like, hey, I want to return you the shape for this edit thing. And this is how you return shape. You just call shape, or this one is also very interesting because it's a new thing. You can say return a shape of this type. Okay, and the shape will really be this instance. But the type of the shape will be the string that you match, if you want. And then how to initialize the item. So it's a strongly typed shape. But here what is interesting is that now in the display, as you could not do that in Orchard 1, you have access to the context, the display context, which lets you access the updater. Same thing for the update and the editor. You have multiple overrides. You can either get the context or the updater directly if you want. Let me show you. In this case, I needed the context. I don't remember why. But you can also just say, I want to do an update with just the updater. Okay? So it's just ways to do drivers. And these things, they are shared between content type definition drivers and also content drivers. Okay, so this is the same thing, but in a content driver. So if I go, for instance, for a field, if I go for body part driver, body part display driver, one content part display driver, so this is a content part display driver of a body part. Then you see you also have display with the update model if you want. In this case I'm not using it, so you don't have to. But this is the same base class that provides the shape result and the combine result. That's also reusing across different concepts. That's it. So just to mention that it's fixed in Orchard 2. I saw that actually, Bertrand. We can talk about it. So this is it. Going back to the changes, and 110x text in the token helpers column are not wrapped. Yes. So good thing. Demo about this change.
Yes. Ground total of 45 seconds, I think. Thank you. I will now try to share my screen. Yes, so let me know when you can see it. This is about a small bug that I'm sure every one of us has seen, but nobody really has thought about actually doing something, because why bother? It's not that crucial. We had some spare time, so we implemented a possible fix. Can you see the screen now?
Yes, Benedek. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, alright, cool. So, as we all know, this is the token helper. So, for every tokenized field, we have this little whatever here with autocomplete and everything. And it has one particular issue that you can also see on this line, or even more a bit down here. For example, here, that if one of the columns is too long, then it will just overflow and clash with another column. Here, these columns are overflowing each other, and here the description column is cut off. So we have an ellipsis here. We don't see the whole description. We have fixed this. It's basically the same helper with one key difference, that it uses line breaks. So if the description would be too long, there will be line breaks with an appropriate word wrap. So we now see all the full descriptions. And if the technical name would be, or the technical name would be too long, what we can see, for example, here with media library picker field.MIME-type, then that is wrapped as well, but on a dot. So basically, we now have the columns wrapped in multiple lines. That's it.
Cool. That's cool, but that's something we mentioned as soon as we shipped the feature. I remember I didn't fight too much with that when I did the UI for that.
It's kind of forgotten.
I like it. Good thing, thank you. That's why I wanted you to show, because it's be ugly. So next thing, documentation for all tokens. Cool. So this is for the different branches, 110x and dev, and 110.1. Let's look at the issues. So some news and some not news. Where am I looking? Issues, milestone, 110.1. So 110.1. Can I close that? Yeah.
You want to
so, thank you. Now I am. So 3 open issues. 2 that I said I would look into, but I haven't had time to, and probably I won't have time until Friday or Thursday if I work fast. So Azure Deploy, which apparently is still broken. I've seen still some people talking about that on Gitter. The 2 I think are related, Azure Deploy and NuGet Package Restore. They are the same thing, I think. Let me check. No, this is okay. Azure Deploy is just a package on the Azure portal, which is wrong, but this will be fixed as we push 110.1. This is the one from Matthew RTP Harry that says that the Git deployment Kudu is not working anymore, so I have to check that. And this is a new one. So Antoine mentioned that a few days ago, and also Robert McClough, I think his name is, from Advanced Ray, same issue, which is a missing system dataset extension DLL when you start Orchard, but it works for me on IS when I download this package. All the integration tests pass. So we need to find what is triggering this issue, if it's just an upgrade from 1.10, or if it's a set of specific modules when they are enabled, or is it at compilation time. So it will be good to know what is the actual issue, or where is how is the issue triggered?
It's working on my machine, but it's not working on my server.
But it's a clean setup?
Yes.
It's not an upgrade, it's just, okay, let's deploy that and...
No, it was working with 1.10, it's not working anymore with 1.10.
Okay, so when you upgrade from 1.10 to 1.10.1?
Yes, and
okay.
It's just unzipping orchard.web.1.10.1 doesn't work if I launch on IIS on my server.
Okay, so maybe something changed in the declarations in the web config and we have to check that. Yeah, so it's an upgrade. But in the case of Robert, if you don't know unzip and then point IIS Express to the unpacked version, the website won't run. In my case, it runs.
On your machine, I guess, me too, but not on my server. Okay. I thought it was because I didn't have 4.5.2. In fact, it was installed, but I didn't have C program files, reference assemblies, and the version 4.5.2.
Okay.
But I installed it, and it doesn't work either.
Okay, so this is an open issue. We'll look into it. If anyone finds it, please fix it. And that's all about the blocking things, otherwise it looks good. Again, if you can refrain from pushing in 1.10.1, that's good. This way we don't have to rebuild new binaries, unless it's to fix an issue that we are blocked on. Please go on 1.10x, and it will be part of the next small revision. Good. Questions so far? Topics. I will just add one more here. Documentation. Demos, no demos. Demos. If you want demos, so this morning there was the ASP.NET stand-up. I tweeted, Bertrand also tweeted. The link is somewhere. Someone will paste it on the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nobody's pasting the link? Antoine, you're usually good at that. Pasting before we think about... Yeah, thank you. So I will add it in the notes. So the link here, and I demoed Orchard 2 running on Linux, Ubuntu, like everything worked. No special things, special message or warning, everything built and worked. And this is all because Jasmin Savard script on GitHub made it work. It's just created a set of instructions to download the .NET CLI, to download the repository, to build and run. It was working with my SQL Server instance on Windows on the host. I was using a VM. So next step would be probably to have SQLite work with SQL, and then we could use it in Orchard 2 also. That would be nice, easier to test. But it was great, and also in parallel, Jean-Thierry, JT Cache on GitHub, had Visual Studio Code integration, and we accepted the pull request. So you can even, from Jasmin's explanation, you can run VS Code, build from VS Code, start from VS Code, and debug Orchard 2 in VS Code on Linux. Okay, everything worked. He made all the tasks necessary to run it, to build, to start a debugger attach. Yeah, it's beautiful. And yeah, as Nick is mentioning, it's VS Code if you want, but you can also run everything from the command line. You don't need VS Code to do that. So that works. Also, that's it. And if it works on Linux, for sure it works on Windows too. That was the demo this morning, and answering some questions. Feel free to watch the video. Documentation. News. Antoine. You did some stuff.
I did. I made a test. I tried to use another solution using mkdocs. Still using readthedocs, but not the RST syntax, using a generator called mkdocs. So thanks to that, I could keep the markdown files and just adding a few files saying the hierarchy. I could make a documentation similar to the existing one.
Link?
Yes. I have a link because thanks to this I can push to a git gh-pages branch, and this is hosted on GitHub. So the link is orchard.cms.github.io/orcharddoc.
So what's the link between read the docs and GitHub pages? I'm lost. What's the relationship?
No, the link is between mkdocs, the branch mkdocs.
No, but you say it's hosted on GitHub pages. Okay, I see that. But it looks like read the docs. So it's not hosted by read the docs.
No, there is a theme called read the docs, which is similar to read the docs.
Oh, that provides a feature of read the docs. But the search, how does the search work then?
I don't know if it's really working.
No, it so
No.
so it does.
Oh yes, after a few
Yeah,
seconds.
the search works pretty well. We use it for our documentation.
Wait. But you mean mkdocs?
Yep.
You are using mkdocs. So it's doing some Ajaxy thing.
Yep.
To a server.
Actually, I don't know. It's all static site, so it generates. It's kind of strange how it works. I have to pull up the
Yes,
look at the
because
source again. But
.json index file and it searches in.
It's creating an index file in JSON for the search. Crazy.
But it's working. So
And it's all static. So it's just creating. Okay, let's say if I were a developer like this, it will analyze all the pages, create one JSON document per term that it analyzes with all the results for this thing. Crazy.
Yes, that's the idea.
Code generation, yeah. Interesting. But if there are two terms like Azure, websites, Shemit can do that, yeah. Orchard and Azure websites. That's weird. Okay, good.
So it was just a test.
So it's like what Bertrand did with the website, but Bertrand, you didn't think about building an index by parsing all the documents and creating a search engine like this. That's kind of the only difference, and the theme looks like read the docs, but yeah. This is why it works.
I think I didn't think about it.
Oh, well. Okay, sorry, you thought about it, you are just incapable of doing that, that's it?
No, too lazy to do it.
Okay.
You can settle on that.
Okay. It's interesting. Yeah, that's cool.
No, actually there is search. What are you talking about?
Yes, there is Bing search, that's right.
No, not Bing. It's Lucene.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it is. So when the site launches, it actually reads all the documentation.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that.
And it builds a Lucene index from it, and that's how the search works.
I didn't know. Oh, I
Look at the
forgot.
code. It's beautiful.
Yeah, crazy. Interesting. So here we could change the theme as we want.
Yes, and I even managed to recreate a theme similar to the existing one.
Yeah, but this I told you on Gitter, who likes the documentation with the theme as orchardproject.net?
Docs.
Yeah, it's nice because it looks like the old website, but we are about to have a new website at some point, so why would we make the effort to have the same theme? So yeah. Yeah, here then the good thing is that the talk is full here. But can we wait. The good thing.
Because I created a mkdocs.yml.
Can we still create? Okay, so we can still create the talk without having the page, right?
We need
it's very important to be able to change the talk, point to some, but this thing points to nothing.
Because this is a main menu, yes, a parent menu. Yes.
So you understand, I want to add a new item here under this one.
Yes.
But it knows there is nothing in front of that. It's empty, and someone can contribute.
Then you have to create the file empty.
Okay.
And one other problem is that if there exists a file, if it's not in the TOC, it won't appear in the...
This is okay, yeah. This is okay. Okay. So there is a... Okay. We need the file and the entry in the talk. Okay, so then the only gain we have is that we don't have to host it. It's hosted on GitHub.
Yes, and I could make read the docs build this, but the menu on the left,
yeah, who cares,
was expanded, you see it all expanded.
Well, it's a template. I'm sure it can be, if it's code generation, I'm sure it can be changed any way we want. Interesting release notes. So did you group the release notes by yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. Good thing. I like it.
Because as I was saying, if I don't add the release notes, it won't appear in the site. You can't even type the URL to see the page.
Okay. And at the same time, I saw that this morning they released docs.microsoft.com, which is kind of the same thing. See talks on the left, browse the talk, and what they don't have is a search engine. I was like, there's not even a search engine for that thing. They have kind of interesting features, like for each line you can, like on GitHub, add a comment and comment and ask questions about some things. The comments here are based on live, how do they call that? Live fire, which is kind of discuss, same thing. Yep. So, but again, based on GitHub and generating the pages. Yeah, the talk is different, but yeah, same idea again and again. Looks nice too. Okay, good. Thank you, Antoine. Anyone has questions about documentation? Concerns? I think it's as good, if not better. We don't have to host it. The talk is better, but at the same time I'm wondering why don't we have a... How does the talk work, Bertrand, in your solution? There was an issue, I remember.
Which table of contents? The general table of contents, or the one that appears
right?
on,
Yes.
on the right side? It's actually entirely client side. It scans the document and extracts the headers.
Yeah, this was a limitation. That's why we could not generate. But yeah.
What is really interesting with the mkdocs is that it uses Jinja 2 syntax. This is like liquid. Zoltan will know. This is like the liquid syntax.
It's Markdown, right?
Yes.
Liquid.
Yes. If you open.
So if I click edit on GitHub, can we fix that it goes to the page?
I could if I was making a specific theme.
No, it's very important that when we're on a page.
I know.
So this is good, the next thing is good, but the edit on GitHub should be, or we can fork the theme and change it as we want. Like the edit on GitHub needs to go on the page that we want to edit. It makes so much sense. Like when I want to contribute, I don't want to look for where is the page that I need to change. It's crazy.
But in the end, we will host on read the docs, and it was just a test because with mkdocs I have a command which is git deploy.
Okay.
And
so it will still be read the docs. I'm lost, but okay. If it's read the docs, okay. Okay, do it and we'll change the domain name. Do it like it will be.
On read the docs we choose and we say we don't use Sphinx, which is the generator used by default when you use RST syntax, etc.
Okay, you change the script. Okay, change the script.
mkdocs and say use this generator instead.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Robert confirmed the fix from Antoine. Okay, good. Thanks, Antoine. Next update next week. Then
about this bug, maybe Sipke can look at this because one of the error was about dynamic forms and layout.
I will try that then. Okay. Then about the website, Steve Taylor was talked with Daniel and also Ryan about the new website and the new theme. Is writing a series of blog posts about rewriting the website of Orchard and how he's proceeding. So first blog post was setting the issues and his methodology, and second blog post was also published last week, making an audit about what to keep, what to fix, and the goals for the redesign. So he's doing some progress right now, analyzing the current website. Okay, so if you want to read that, and objective and audience, this post, next post, comparing CMS vendor websites. I'm like, I want to see the 10th post, the one when it's done. Make it. Also, yeah, this was just the tweet that Bertrand sent about when you see a VS Code running Orchard 2 with a debugger attached. That was good, but now we have the demo from the stand-up. We also have, I found this website just as a note, quick note, new website on Orchard. Interesting because it's not like the ones we see usually. Create and sell t-shirts on Orchard. And it's not done by...
Hold on, I just want to say a little thing about the tweet before. That was actually a retweet from you, that tweet.
Yep.
But the reason why it was more retweeted than the original tweet is that the image was directly visible in the feed, and that's general advice that we can give to anyone who's tweeting. It's always more efficient if you put a picture on your tweet.
I didn't know there was a distinction. I thought it was just Twitter which was doing that. So show me.
So this is why I put a RT type of retweet, because if I just retweeted your tweet, it was a link to the picture instead of having the picture.
So it's a modified tweet. So how do I do that? I have an image in my. So usually I type something.
When you do add image, you can do add image from here. And
usually I paste or something like
that. So don't do that. Don't paste the URL of the image. Do add image.
Okay, and then I can place the URL? No.
No, you have to have it on your hard drive. So it's more work for you, but I can tell you it's always more efficient.
Yeah, okay. Good, thank you. So this website runs on Orchard. It's done in, I think, Malaysia. But interesting usage of Orchard as an e-commerce for shirts. Well, I know a company who sells lots of jeans and clothes with Orchard, so that might not be that unusual. This one, then. This is, we are talking about it offline with Sipke. Bertrand just opened the license for the Amarity theme that we are using in the admin, and that we had requested a custom license for Orchard. And right now this is a no, because these are the same terms as the standard license, which means it's not usable in Orchard at all. So Sipke will go back to the author and ask him for an actual, real, different license than the standard one. Otherwise, we definitely can't take Amarity in Orchard.
And are they open to that? Or
but that's the issue, because to remind you, the full history of the discussion is that at one point we decided to go with admin LT because it was MIT and open source, and then Sipke and Daniel contacted the author of another theme, Amarity, and the guy said, yes, I will make you a custom license that won't have all the limitations that we have, even if you pay something or whatever, but still the license they gave them is the same one as the public one, which says you can't use it for derived content, or you can't use it on more than one site, and you can't use it if we don't agree with the content that you use the website for, and many things that are not possible with Orchard. Okay, so that's weird. So he will contact them. I assume it answers your question. We were supposed to have a custom license, but it's still the same license as everyone.
Yes, thank you.
And I'm not sure, it's not about throwing all the work out of the window, because the concepts are, even using another theme, the concepts are the same. It's just, yes, we will have to find another CSS and create something that looks like it. But yeah, we are not there yet. Questions? X? Concerns?
Sebastian, what did you say about the 1.10.1 release? I think I missed that.
Where were you? This bug is blocking.
Okay.
And so anyone could try to find why it changed between 1.10 and 1.10.1. Maybe we changed the way we reference some things in the web config. We can look at the history of the web config. And also we have the Azure App Services, which is broken, deployment. Probably the NuGet restore. It was broken in 1.10, so maybe not a blocker for 1.10.1, but if someone could look into why NuGet is not restoring from the Kudu script, I'm sure Kudu supports NuGet restore. That will help. Otherwise, we might postpone this because it's not breaking, but it's breaking from in 1.10. We should fix it. This
Okay,
one,
cool. Thanks.
yeah, that's about it. What license? The admin theme license, because they are using a custom CSS, a custom theme to rebuild the admin. Let me show you.
That to answer a question, and I missed that one part of the conversation.
Okay.
Is it GPL?
No, it's not even GPL. It's really a commercial license, but they accepted to create a custom one for us. So this is what it looks like. Okay, the new admin theme.
Yep.
And this is actual Orchard, so yeah. But this is using the Amarity theme, which is a bunch of JavaScript and CSS files from a Bootstrap theme that is licensed. And
Okay.
yeah, and there are licensing issues right now. Yeah, but it looks very nice. Yeah, a lot
Yeah,
of
it
work
does.
from Jasmin Sipke, Gustavo. Yeah.
It's way more modern.
It's more modern, yes, and you can, and everything is thought like you can. It works on mobile and tablets, touch friendly, big links, and
I would not want to try to build a custom form on a phone or a tablet.
yeah. So yeah, even the buttons. Oh, let's look then at the link that Bertrand pasted, because it's always good to look at what other CMSs do, and the new ones, for instance, this one, Relax, which is built on Node and other client-side technologies, React, Redux, whatever. So this one, so I tried it, and there are some interesting concepts. Most of them are when they're same as Orchard. So they have the schema concept, which is our content definitions. You can create multiple types. I created article. So one thing I found interesting. This links under. It's actually not bad. The icon plus the text. I think we talked about it when Gustavo made some templates, but it was stretched all over the width. It was not nice. Here I find it okay. I can touch that. You won't see it, but I can touch that. So if I click on edit with my finger, I can do that. Then you have title and slug. You have properties, which are kind of our fields. Someone changed my content type. What did it do? Like the common ones you can't change, and this one I created. I could select HTML. There is a multiple reference field. So they are just fields or parts. I don't know, but it's yeah. More like fields. Default value is required, the title, metadata on the right. So very simple things. I can also say build template, which didn't work for me. It still doesn't work. Entries, to list the entries or add a new one, but when I try to create one, it will fail. So nothing special here. I could not find then the template editor because it was not working, but if you look at the GitHub repository, there were some screenshots which look nice. It's more like a front end.
I was able to make it work. You can edit a page and you see the editor.
Okay, I will go back. Pages.
Just click edit. No. How did I? Oh, click on one of the tabs on top.
So what are these tabs?
I don't know. It's a little confusing. Yeah, it's Redux. It's fast.
I can create a new one. Maybe I will understand if I see a new one. I don't know. So more clients, yeah, more client-side things. working for me. Maybe too many people using the demo. Yeah, still interesting to see how they do things. Other questions? Topics. Yeah, I can show you because it's fresh in my head. Orchard 2. So as I was saying before, I'm currently working in Orchard 2. So there are many efforts on Orchard 2 right now. Jean-Thierry is working on modularity, being able to load modules even if they are not referenced by Orchard Web, which we had to do last week because we were limited in terms of the migration to .NET CLI. So Jean-Thierry is almost able to do that. At the same time, Jasmin is working on Linux and Docker image and a script to build the Docker image to run Orchard in Docker. And working on refactoring the content display, the content definition editors. The content definition editors are the ones when you edit a content type or content part or content field, the settings and adding fields, adding parts. So it was not using shapes before, and I had issues actually in the migration in ASP.NET 5 because it was not, in ASP.NET Core, because it was not finding the views where the definition templates were. So I was like, well, let's use shapes and migrate everything to use shapes. So this is what I'm doing, and it's starting to look nice. You see the build display async, which is the same thing as the content items, to build the main shape containing all the types, all the parts, all the field editors, and the goal being that to build, for instance, this one, to build the settings for the types. As a reminder, the settings for the types are the ones, for instance, creatable, listable, draftable. You see these checkboxes when you edit a content type. So this is coming now from a driver for content types, and you just say for every content type, it returns this shape with this property, and then it will look for the shape content type part settings edit, which is in views, content type part settings edit, and just render nothing. This one, content type settings edit. You see, creatable, listable, and so on. So it's really using shapes now. And this template for a shape is has its view model as content type settings view model, because this is actually this one, which is returning a shape of content type settings view model. Okay, this way it's completely strongly typed, and when we update, then we get the item we need to update, and we can do model binding on this view model, because the template now will be able to bind the shape properties and model bind them back. So it is very a good improvement in Orchard 2. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing piece by piece. Looks good. Orchard 2. And if no one else has questions, Ghost. They're using Ghost for their blog. That's weird. How do you know they're using Ghost? This is Ghost? I checked on the source and I didn't find any reference to any.
Yes, you can see it's Ghost. It's Ghost in the source.
Yeah, view source and you can see Ghost 0.7 generator.
Bertrand, what the fuck? Why are they not using WordPress? They should be using WordPress. And I'm not kidding. Crazy. Ghost, right. And they host it on Azure website. At least that's good. That's weird.
What's weird is that RSS link is on a completely different URL. Is on completely. Yeah, that's that RSS thing, completely different.
No, that's the same. That's a different domain, but that's the same website. It's just AzureWebsites.net. You see, so it's like in Orchard. If you don't configure the base URL, you will have also Azure Websites. If you configure, you see, because it's actually an Azure Website domain which is hosting that. The proxy in front is on another domain. That's why they need to change the. But it's the same thing. So if I do that, for instance, let me remove it. Boom, you see?
Okay.
This is Ghost. And that's how Azure Websites work. But that's interesting they are using Ghost.
Why would they use Ghost for? I don't know.
Because they like it, that's fine. I'm just saying they should use WordPress because the blogs at Microsoft should be on WordPress. So that's it. Okay. That's all. Thanks everyone. See you on Thursday for the triage. Good?
Hi guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, guys.